and welcome to my channel, Sofa Makery. I'm Katherine and I'm here to talk all things sewing. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? I apologise profusely. So sorry that I've not been here. I've been missing in action. So yeah, I don't think I've been on for it's at least 2 months, maybe 3 months. So thank you so much if you're one of my wonderful subscribers that has hung around and waited again for me to reappear on YouTube. Thank you so much. It is so wonderful having you all here. I am forever grateful and love you all to pieces. Also, thank you to any of my lovely new subscribers. I am so excited that you're here to see what I get up to in the sewing world, but I am sorry that there hasn't been any content for you to watch. So let's get some out there. I hope you're all really well and that I hope you've been enjoying the summer. I have been very busy and that's why I haven't been around. So I thought it was about time that I came on and told you where I've been, what I've been up to, and what's going to be happening up next. So yeah, life has just been really busy. I think I last caught up with you in April. I think it was April time, maybe beginning of May. And yeah, life has just been really crazy since then. So in May, I was still working in London, and after I'd finished in London, I went to work in Oxfordshire for a lovely family who were expecting their third baby boy. And oh, gorgeous baby boy he was. I have, with mum's permission, I'm going to put a little picture in here of me at work with the gorgeous baby that I was looking after. They were the most wonderful family. I've been very spoilt with my last role. They have been so wonderful. Yeah, their 3 boys were all a delight. Mum and dad were wonderful and welcomed me into their home with open arms, and honestly I just had the best 6 weeks with them. Mum and I got on like house on fire, as did dad. Dad loved to do a puzzle. Mum and I like to talk exercise and food and all things on Instagram and Emily in Paris and all sorts. We had, yeah, just a great time, honestly. Even though we were all living on not very much sleep, we had the best time. So yeah, I feel very lucky. And yeah, just so wonderful to have a wonderful family like that. I mean, it's quite a personal role that I do. When you move in with somebody who's just had a newborn baby, you have to give them the utmost respect and protect them really in that very delicate and very emotional stage of becoming a parent. And it's such an honour to be able to do a role like that. And I have been very lucky to work with a lot of families over the last however many years, but doing this role in the last couple of years I've worked with several families and it's been an absolute delight. And I must say the last family have been, yeah, wonderful, and I feel very lucky to have had that time with them, especially in such a special time for them, bringing their lovely third baby boy home. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. I had the best time, and I thought whilst I'm on here, I thought I'd chat about some of the things that I did whilst I was there, because Mum was so wonderful. A couple of times Mum went and had her nails done and I would look after baby whilst having the nails done. And one day we went to she went to have her nails done, and I said, oh, I'll just go for a wander around with baby. I have baby in the carrier with me, and I said, I'll just go for a wander, wash, have your nails done, and then we'll meet up once you've finished, and then we can go to coffee, and Mum could feed baby if she needed to, or we could just whiz home. And Mum had had a C-section, so it was much easier for I needed to drive, and it was much easier for us to be with Mum, because if baby needed to feed, I could just give Mum baby back. So yeah, I went for a little wander, and what should I bump into but a fabric shop? I mean, I didn't even Google it. It was like it was a magnet. I was just drawn to this shop. And yeah, it's a brilliant shop called Freelance Fabrics, and they are near Oxford, and they are a fabulous little fabric shop. I had a brilliant time in there. I couldn't believe my luck. They had all sorts of things in there. They had lots of quilting cottons. They had some Liberty quilting cottons. They had lots of yarn. They had buttons, loads of haberdashery, everything you can imagine for haberdashery, a brilliant selection of needles, various tools you could use. There was a dressmaking section, which I did buy some fabric from. I will show you later on. And they also had some upholstery fabrics. So yeah, literally a fabulous little treasure trove in this little village. And yeah, I couldn't believe my luck. So yeah, I managed to make some purchases in there, and Mum actually had a friend of hers that was really into sewing and knitting, and she went in there and bought her a gift voucher, because I said, well, this is a brilliant shop. If she likes knitting and sewing, she's gonna absolutely love this shop. So yeah, Mum actually bought a voucher in there as well. So yeah, I will show you some things I bought in there in a little bit, but yeah, that was fabulous. And then one other thing I want to talk about whilst I was with this lovely family is I made them a towel each, which is what I like to do when I say goodbye to a family, because I'm with them for such a short space of time, but it means the world to me to be with them. So when I do leave, I like to give them a little present, and what I do is I make them one of the towels that I have shown you guys on YouTube how to make, and it's where I do applique letters of the child's name on a towel. So excuse me. So yeah, all three boys got a towel with their name on, which I will put a picture in up here. And yeah, I was absolutely delighted to be able to give those to them. All the Liberty print fabric on them, and yeah, they were delighted, which is just so wonderful. So that was work. And then what have I been doing since then? So I have been spoiled. Absolutely spoiled. So the first thing is, sorry, I'm looking down here because I've got a notebook. I have a list of things because I don't want to forget anything. So yeah. Oh, hold on, I can hear noises outside. I think it's just someone on the street running around. Apologies for that. So yeah, the first thing that I was spoiled with is we went on holiday. So just after I'd finished with that family, I had a couple of days where I could catch up and do a couple of jobs, have my nails done, all that kind of thing, and got ready to go on holiday. And we went to Cyprus, and oh my goodness, we went to Cyprus for 10 days. We went to Paphos, and we went to the holiday village hotel. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a fantastic holiday. Lots of sunshine. It was 30 to 33 degrees out there every day. Gorgeous pools, sunbathing, lots of swimming. Kirsty and I often took it in turns to sunbathe so that Sebastian has someone to play with in the pool. Lots of reading books. Oh my goodness me, I got back into reading. I have not read books for absolutely years, and I thought, I'm going on holiday, I'm going to buy a book. And just on a whim, I picked up a book in W. Smith's at the airport. And it was called, hold on, Extraordinary People by Peter May. And I will try and put a screenshot in here of the book. And it was a fantastic book. So, and I was very lucky that I actually picked up the first book, which is in about a series of 7 books by Peter May. And they're all crime novels, and this one was set in Paris, and oh, it was fantastic. So yeah, highly recommend if you fancy a read and you're into crime novels. Sorry, went off a complete tangent there. But yeah, Cyprus was wonderful. Lots of lovely food. We went on good adventures. I was crazy and got up for runs at 6 a.m. in the morning because I wanted to keep up my exercise whilst we were there, because I thought, if we're eating all this food, I'll need to make sure I'm burning some calories. So yeah, I was running up and down the front near the sea, which was amazing, and you had to get up early, otherwise it was roasting hot. So yeah, get up before the sun was up. So yeah, at 6 a.m. it was about 26 degrees, 27 degrees, but the sun wasn't on you, so it was manageable. There was a lot of sweating, but it was so lovely to be out there, and it was amazing at that time of the morning. I initially went out a bit worried, thinking, oh, is there going to be other people here? Am I going to feel safe? But actually there were loads of people out at that time in the morning, all doing exactly the same as me, getting some exercise in. There were people, I'd say, in their 60s, 70s, going for lovely walks, chatting to their friends. Locals, definitely, not all holiday makers. There were locals in the sea. There were people running like me. It was fantastic to see. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely brilliant time in Cyprus. Yeah, lots of lovely food. We went to the water park there. That was a great day out. And Sebastian was amazing, honestly. Sebastian used to be terrified of swimming, and in the last 3 years has made massive leaps and bounds in his swimming. And now he will go down water slides into a massive plunge pool at the end and not even care. It was brilliant. I'm just so proud of him and how amazing he is at swimming. So yeah, we had the best holiday there. It was wonderful. And then I've been spoilt since. So the last week we went to Foy, which is in Cornwall, and Sebastian and I are so lucky. We get to go on a little holiday with my beautiful mum and dad, and they are very lucky, and they have a boat which they keep in Plymouth, and then they sail to Foy. And we decided, because of the weather and the tides, it can all sort of change what's happening, that we would meet mum and dad down in Foy. So Sebastian and I got a train ticket, and got the train all the way down to Foy, and it was quite a palaver, if I'm honest. I think it took us about 9 hours door to door, or maybe 8. Well, it was a long time to get from home here down to Foy, and a lot of changes, a lot of trying to squeeze onto a train, which was really fun, with a massive suitcase and a child and another bag. But Sebastian was amazing. He listened really well, and we got there safe and sound. I got to see my lovely cousin and her partner, and it was really nice to catch up with them. And we just had the best week down in Foy. We always do. We get to just potter on the water and have a great time. Sebastian and I did some kayaking. I did some paddle boarding, which I really enjoyed. We just had the best time hanging out with mum and dad. It was lovely. Poor Kirsty doesn't come, but it's because she's not keen on boats. She gets a bit seasick. So it's a lovely little trip for us, and it means Kirsty gets a little bit of time to herself, which is nice. So we had a lovely week last week. And before we went to Foy, I had a wonderful day with my darling friend Dawn. We had lots of fun. Dawn and I met last year at my job that I had last summer, and she is such a lovely lady. She wasn't really into sewing. She'd done a little bit and dabbled, and she was more of a knitter, but I got her totally hooked into sewing, and she now has all the gear. She's amazing. She went to Sew Essential, and she went and bought herself a sewing machine, an overlocker, and a cover stitch all at once. I mean, I don't even have a cover stitch. But we spent the day trying to sort out it's called a neck binding attachment that you can put on a cover stitch machine, which puts the jersey neckband straight onto a piece of jersey fabric. And it was definitely making me scratch my head. I was having issues with it. It turned out that we didn't have a switch on correctly, but Dawn worked that out a couple of days later. But honestly, I had the best day with Dawn. She was wonderful, and Dawn was very lovely and gifted me some fabrics that she had in her stash that she thought she wasn't going to use and gave to me. So I will share those with you in a little bit. I've got quite the pile here, so hold tight. What else do I need to catch up with? So I thought I would catch up on this week, what I've been up to. It is currently the 21st of August, which is a Thursday. And this week we've had quite a busy week. On Monday, we went to see my very first nanny family. It was wonderful to see them, although 2 of the children weren't there because they're so grown up and flying the nest. It was lovely to see their youngest there, Lucy, who I like to do lots of sewing with. See mum and dad as well. So that was a wonderful day. Sebastian loves going to see them, and it's so lovely to see them. And then what did we do? Tuesday we went to the beach. So I helped Kirsty at work, which was lovely. We went to the beach together with the children, and they had the best day, honestly. We went to West Wittering Beach, which is in Sussex, which is about an hour and a half away from us. And the children had the best day ever, honestly. I mean, we were spoiled. The weather was lovely. It wasn't too hot, but it wasn't cold, and the children had a delightful time, as did we. It was wonderful. And then yesterday I had a bit of a day to myself. I went and had my nails done. What else did I do what did I do in the morning? I can't remember. Having a mad moment. I thought I did something in the morning. I did the Thready Set Go with Hayley, and and lots of other lovely people. There was Kelly there, which is one of the Sisters of Stitchcraft. Is that right? Have I said that wrong? I feel like I've said that wrong. Apologies if I have. I'll put it down here. But the lovely Kelly from Dee and Kelly. And Sam was there, my gorgeous friend Sam, who's not feeling very well. Send her all your get well wishes, because she's still not feeling very well, and I hope she feels better very soon. Mwah, sending you lots of get well wishes, darling Sam. Sam was there too, and then it was lots of other lovely people too, and it was lovely to sew and chat, which was just the best thing ever. And I was starting, I'll show you quickly what I was starting. Oh, sorry, should be more prepared. I thought I wanted to sew myself a new little handbag, because I'm missing having my hipster pouch by the lovely Adam, and I thought I would sew one up in this gorgeous fabric. Let's see if I can find a bit that I've started. This is a gorgeous faux leather in this like coppery colour, and then for the lining I've used this fabric which has got little cakes on, which I just think is adorable. And I've used this lovely zip, I haven't put the pull on there yet, from Purple Stitches. So yeah, I haven't finished that yet, but I'm hoping to get it finished. And I decided not to quilt this one because I think this fabric is quite sturdy on its own. And I've done it slightly differently to how Adam suggests. And I was going to try and bag it out, but I don't think I can quite do that. So I will still have to do a little bit of binding, but that's okay. So yeah, that's what I got up to yesterday. And then today I've had a lovely start to the day. I went out for a run this morning, and as I was running, I got a little bit lost. I tried a new route that I haven't tried before. And on my way, I actually saw where they set up Carfest. And Carfest starts tomorrow, but I think you can go tonight if you're going. And Carfest is a festival organised by Chris Evans, and it's lots of cars, lots of music and lots of fun. And it's all in aid of children in need. And we've been every year for the last, I want to say 4 years, possibly 5. Well, definitely the last 4 years it's been on. Obviously, there was some years when it wasn't on due to the pandemic. But yeah, we've definitely been at least the 4 or 5 years when it has been on. And yeah, this year we're not going, sadly. And which is a shame because it is the last year it's going to be in the village of Overton. It's actually moving to where the home of all things racing are, which is Silverstone, which will be amazing for Carfest. I mean, what a place to have a car festival. Silverstone is going to be brilliant. And actually, it's sad that we'll see it go from Overton because it's amazing that we have it in the village. Like sometimes you can be in bed and still hear the music going. It's great. And it's so lovely that we're so close. We can go and then we can come home to our own beds. We don't have to camp. But I do think it will be a good move for Carfest. I'll have a brilliant time there. And I think it will be a little bit quieter on the roads in Overton when it is on. But yeah, so yeah, saw the way Carfest had been set up. Did my run, then came back, helped get the picnics ready with Kirsty and had a bit of breakfast with Sebastian. And then they went out. I had a shower, got myself all dressed and sorted for the day. And then I had some reflexology. This is something I've been getting into over the last sort of 5-6 weeks. So I met a lovely lady called Maz, and Maz used to live next door to where Kirsty used to work in the village. Maz is a reflexologist and she is fantastic. And we have done a little deal. So Maz is giving me reflexology and I'm going to give her sewing lessons. This is brilliant. I can't wait to teach her to sew. I'm very excited about the prospect of somebody else getting into sewing. So yeah, I had a lovely morning with Maz, and I've been doing some reflexology and trying to look after myself because in about 4 weeks' time, I'm going to embark on my next round of IVF, and it will be my last round of IVF. I have come to this decision with Kirsty, and it's just got to the point where I don't want to do any more after this. I have got enough energy in me, in my mental state and my physical state, to do one more round of IVF, which I'm going to start in the middle of September. And we're going to just keep our fingers crossed and pray that this works. If it doesn't, though, I know that I've given it my absolute best shot. This will be my 9th round of IVF, and it's just over 4.5 years since we first started. So it's been a long old road of trying to have another child and a sibling for our darling Sebastian, and I feel like we have given it our all. And after this go, enough will be enough, but you never know, this could be the one. I'm trying to keep very positive. I've been trying to keep myself fit. I've lost myself a little bit of weight. I'm trying to be careful what I eat, trying to avoid ultra processed foods, being very good with other things that I do, like having my water in a metal water bottle, little things I'm trying to do to make sure that I'm really giving this my best shot. So yeah, I will keep you posted on there. If you do want to follow along with my IVF journey, I'm not going to post it all on here, but I do share it on Instagram. So when we get into September, I will start sharing on Instagram, and the page that I share on is at IVF_growing_our_rainbow_family. So yeah, it's IVF growing our rainbow family, but there's an underscore between each word. I'll put it down here. But yeah, if you'd like to follow along, please do. I'd love to have you here. I feel it's very important that I share my journey. I realise it's not for everybody to share a personal story of fertility, but for me, I have found it so useful. The first, I don't know, 6-7 rounds I didn't share, or maybe the first 6 rounds I didn't share anything about. But it got to the point when I actually thought, this would be a great thing to share about, and I've talked about it on here before, and I like sharing on Instagram. It becomes a bit of a daily therapy for me that I can chat away about it, and I find the support I get is just wonderful. So I'm very, very lucky, and I realise I've been there before. It hasn't been positive outcomes, and I'm very okay with putting that out there and dealing with it, because I think this is something that is not necessarily talked about enough, and there are many families out there that struggle with fertility, and I send my love to you, and I think by sharing this hopefully I can help others. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on to fabric, shall we? Actually, we're going to start with not fabric. The first thing I'm going to show you is a lovely little package I got from my darling friend Rachel, who is at the French Seams, and she is fabulous, as you all know. She's just the most amazing lady, isn't she? She is beautiful. She makes the most fabulous things in her sewing room. She even crochets the most fabulous things. She knits fabulous things. She's a wonderful mother to her lovely boys. Honestly, she's just my idol. But Rachel was so lovely and sent me this lovely card which got a fabulous diamond on it, and it had a couple of things in, and she just wrote in the card, she said, Katherine, just because. She's just sending me a few little bits because, which is so lovely. And the first one was this super cute little pirate, iron-on pirate. Hopefully you can see it. Isn't he adorable? I'm hoping I can make a pirate outfit for Sebastian for something and then put that on. So cute. And then a lovely little label that says "Un Grand Mercy." A big thank you. But I think you have to say it with a Wiltshire accent. "Un Grand Mercy." There we go. And then also, because Rachel is wonderful and knows that I appreciate a bit of liberty, she put in the envelope this. It's beautiful. Some Liberty bias binding. Beautiful Betsy. Isn't it beautiful? God, I'm just so lucky. And I think there's 2 meters of it here. I'm just so excited. I'm going to use that for something beautiful. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I'm going to just quickly fold it up, because then it's easier to tidy up afterwards. I don't know, but every time I do these videos, my room becomes an absolute bomb site. There's just stuff all over the floor. I've made a massive mess. So yeah, let's wind up this binding now, because then it's tidy. Look, I've nearly done it whilst I yabbered on to you. Thanks for listening. I should have said at the beginning of the video, go and get a cup of tea. I mean, go and get one now if you like. Put me on pause. There's still lots to watch afterwards. But yeah, there's my gorgeous binding. So thank you, Rachel. I absolutely love my little packet. And sorry it's taken me so long to actually say thank you and show everybody how fabulous it was. Right, next I wanted to show you a few patterns that I have got recently. The first pattern I've got is from the lovely Angela from Devon Thread Tales. Her D-stash she was having a little while ago, and I wanted to buy her pattern, which was the Brumby skirt from Megan Nielsen. Angela has made a few of these and had this pattern spare, I'm assuming, maybe bought double. And yeah, I thought I'm going to buy that because I absolutely love her versions. And the Brumby skirt comes in 3 versions. And yeah, version 1 is the shorter skirt, version 2 is longer with these lovely pockets, and then you've got one without the obvious pockets. And you can make it either in a denim, or you could make it in something floaty. I think this one in particular would look nice in a viscose. So yeah, really excited to try that. I've been wanting to make it for a while, so yeah, I'm hoping I could maybe make that soon. Skirts are something I always forget about, and actually I wear them loads, so yeah, hoping to get all that soon. So thank you, Angela. And then I was so lucky, our darling friend Mandy from Make It So went to America, and I hope you've seen all her fabulous hauls from America. She went, I think it was last month, to America. Maybe, was it June? I think it was July. It could be June. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. And Mandy was lovely, sent a message and said, are there any patterns that you'd like me to get from, it's not Joanne's because that's closed now. What's the other shop in America? Big one. I can't remember. One of the big American shops. You're shouting it at me, I'm sure. But they were on sale. So the Simplicity and McCall's patterns, I think, were $190. So yeah, $1.90. And Mandy was lovely and said, are there any that you'd like? So I had a quick look on the McCall's website and flicked through some of the patterns and sent some to Mandy. And Mandy said that she tried to get all of them, but some of them weren't available. But the two that she did manage to find, and she was so lovely, she didn't even ask for the money for these. She gifted them to me because she's such a wonderful friend. Thank you, Mandy. I'm very lucky. Well, these two patterns. So the first one is this fabulous dress by McCall's that you can do it as you like. You can do it sleeveless, short sleeve or long sleeve, and then you can do either a rainbow that goes sort of up and over and down the stripes, and then you've got a rainbow that starts on the sleeve and goes all the way down, and then you've got this one that's a unicorn that goes into the skirt. I just thought this was so cool, and this pattern goes up to age 6. And I'm hoping I can make one of these for my niece. I think she would absolutely love it. How cool is that pattern? I mean, I would have loved a dress like this when I was little. Oh my goodness, I think I'd like one now. So yeah, that was the first pattern that Mandy got me from America. And then the second one is this one, because I'm just clearly want to have a very romantic, lovely nightgown and night dress, because I live in fairyland. But how gorgeous is this? So it's McCall's Vintage 70s. Does it have a number? Yes, it does. There you go. M8430. And my goodness me, it's meant to be $22. Spoiled, huh? And yeah, I really fancy making the short nightie and either the short or the long nightgown. I'd really like to make the nightgown in time for IVF, because when you're doing IVF and you're having various things done, it's quite nice to wear a nightgown. Makes you just feel a bit more put together there, because you have to wear those hospital gowns, you know, the hole at the back. So if you have a nightgown on top, you just feel a bit more put together. Means when you walk through the corridor, no one's going to see your bum. So yeah, I'm thinking I'd love to make this nightgown in time for then. It's got these gorgeous ruffles down here, and I love the nightgown, the night dress. It's got these ruffles under the bust, and it's like tie-in. So yeah, we will, see if I can do that. And that's the back view, if you wanted to see, of the pattern. And I've got some fabrics in my stash. I've got plenty in my stash that I could use. I was thinking maybe, this cotton. I wanted to make this into pyjamas, but that'd be a rather nice nightie, wouldn't it? And if not that one, I'm sure I've got some more cottons I could use. This one would be rather lovely. This is my fake Liberty that I had from Adam. I mean, who wouldn't want a nightgown in that? Isn't that gorgeous? It's my fake Betsy that Adam's got a gorgeous shirt in. Lovely Adam's those. So yeah, there are options. There are options. I can shop the stash. Won't need to buy anything new. But yeah, so thank you so much, Mandy, for those lovely patterns. And then let's get on to fabrics. So first of all, let's do the fabrics that the lovely Dawn gave me, which is super kind of her. The first one is this stunning, I absolutely love it, Liberty needle cord. I don't know if you can see the cord on it. Sorry, there's a shadow there, isn't there? But yeah, it's an absolutely stunning Liberty needle cord that Dawn had made a fabulous handbag out of, or like a bag. It wasn't a proper like handbag, but it's a bag she's using as a handbag. It's like a really lovely tote bag with a zip in. Gorgeous. I think it's a noodle head pattern. But yeah, she'd made that, and she had this left over, and she said, would I like it? Yes, I'd like it. Thank you very much. And there's just, I think, about 80 centimeters full width and then an extra bit. So I'm thinking, I was discussing this on my stash chats about making some kind of waistcoat. The lovely Sam suggested the Quinn, which is the new True Bias waistcoat. Or I was thinking maybe a quilted gilet. So give me time, I will see what I do with that one. But it's gorgeous. Thank you, Dawn. And then last of all from Dawn was lovely. She had this in her stash, and she said she bought it from, I think it was Milton Keynes Market. I've never been there to the market. I've been to Milton Keynes, but I've never been to the market. I've only been to the Snow Dome and to the shopping centre, but no, not been to the market. But Dawn had this lovely ribbed, I'd say ivory knit, lots of lovely stretch and recovery in it, and I thought this was lovely, and I fancy making, there's loads here, maybe 2.5 meters, 3 meters. I mean, I could hide under it. There's loads of it. There is a little bit of a stain on one part. I think that's, she said it was something like £1 a metre, which is a bargain. But I mean, I can cut around those big bits, those stains, because it's such a big piece. But I was thinking a lovely roll neck in this, either the Tilly and the Buttons Freya, or what other roll necks are there? There's the Nico, isn't there, by True Bias, but I haven't got that pattern. So it probably will end up being the Tilly and the Buttons Freya. So a roll neck in this. Let's do the vision. And then the quilted jacket or the Quinn jacket in this. I mean, I'm just in love already with the idea of that outfit. So yeah, thank you very, very much, Dawn, for spoiling me with the fabrics. I feel very, very lucky indeed. So thank you so much. Right, next, let's go on to fabrics I bought, or things I bought from Freelance Fabrics near Oxford. Now, I bought this jersey because I thought my darling wife would absolutely love this. So this is a fabulous hedgehog jersey. Now, my wife absolutely loves a hedgehog, and I saw this with this lovely stripe with the mustard and white stripe and thought that would be perfect for a pair of pyjamas for Kirsty. So yeah, I'm going to make her a pair of pyjamas, and I always make her the Hudson pyjama bottoms. So yeah, I'm going to make her some of those. Oh, I should have shown you. It's got a really cute little selvage actually. It says little darling, and then it's got a little picture of little children on. Lovely. I've not heard of that fabric before, that brand, but yeah, I'm hoping I can make Kirsty. So yeah, some Hudson pyjama bottoms, Hudson pants, and then maybe a t-shirt if I've got enough left, and if not, I'll buy her a t-shirt to go with it. And then also when I was in Freelance Fabrics, I'll put a picture of the men up here, but I bought these lovely, I'll try and show another one as well here. These lovely little buttons, and I bought 10 of these. They are about 10 millimeters wide, 10 to 11 millimeters wide, and I thought these buttons would be really useful. Adam calls this color a neutral because he says it goes with everything. It's like a bluey, grey, whitey, greeny color, and yeah, very, very lovely color. And it, as he says, it does go with most things, which is very, very handy. So yeah, got those to put in my stash. And then also whilst I was working for that lovely family, one day we went to John Lewis at the Westgate Centre in Oxford. Had a lovely time there. And in John Lewis, for anybody that is with any young mums that are feeding or feeding babies, in most John Lewis's, there is a feeding room. And in John Lewis in the Westgate, there is a feeding room, which is fantastic. And it's a great place to go if you're feeding a baby or a young child and you need somewhere to sit and feed, or you need to change a nappy. And it's a lovely space. And actually, it was wonderful. When we went in there, the first time there was nobody else there. So I just sat with Mum and she fed and we had a chat and I made sure I got a drink and all that kind of thing. But the second time I went, there were 3 other mothers in there, which was wonderful. And it was just like a lovely place for you to, yeah, be able to sit and feed and feel comfortable and relaxed. And yeah, great tip for anybody that's with a mum who needs somewhere to feed. Try John Lewis. They should, and most of them have a feeding room. Right, so yeah, when I was in John Lewis, sorry, I got pencil running across the table. Sorry, I'll try and hurry up. I realise this video is getting quite long. That's what happens when you haven't been around for 3 months. In John Lewis, they had a sale on. And I don't know about you guys, but I find the John Lewis sale online is pretty pants, as in it's quite hard to find anything on their website. But I find when you go into store, you can find some real bargains. And that I did. So when I was in there, I bought 3 fabrics. I mean, I was about 4 weeks into the job by this point and I was really missing sewing. So I just bought some fabric to make myself feel better about it. But I was having the best time. Do not get me wrong. I had the best time doing my job. I just didn't have any time for sewing when I came home because I was too tired. I needed to spend time with my darling families. So yeah, I did not have any time for sewing for about 6 weeks. So yeah, buying fabric was my hobby. But I bought this lovely knit, a lovely Breton stripe. It's navy and white. It might look a bit black there, but it is navy. It's a dark navy. Navy and white stripe, and it's a cotton jersey. It's got good stretch. Shall I show you the stretch and recovery? Hold on, let me get a single piece up. Yeah, it's got nice widthways stretch. It doesn't go pale or anything when you stretch it. Doesn't have any lengthways, but all widthways. So yeah, and the stripes go widthways. So I would like to make myself a t-shirt dress out of that. I was thinking that would be great for the summer, although getting near the end of the summer, but I was wondering if I might be able to get that cut out before we go to France. Looking slim. We're going on holiday tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm going to get this done. I've got the ferry tomorrow night from Portsmouth. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this done in time, but I would love to have made a lovely Breton striped t-shirt dress. You never know. The sewing gods might be with me. I'll have a go tonight. So that was the first thing. And that one was £5 a metre, which I thought was very good for a lovely cotton jersey. And then this one, I mean, maybe I could make my nightgown out of this. This is a gorgeous cotton lawn. Hold on, does it have a name on the selvage? Yes, it's a John Loudon superfine cotton, and it's got these beautiful blues and pinks. Oh my goodness, when I saw this I needed it, and this was £3.50 a metre. I got 3 metres. Isn't it gorgeous? Just stunning. So yeah, I bought that, and yeah, I think maybe I'll make the nightgown out of that. It'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? So, yes, that is my second purchase from John Lewis. My next purchase, and the last one from John Lewis, is this. Now, I was very lucky. They had this Liberty print, which I don't know what it's called. I didn't find out, but it's a beautiful blue Liberty print. I just love it. And I think it's just stunning. Now, I asked the lady for 2 metres of this, but they had about 2 metres and 20, and I was really cheeky, and I said to the lady, what are you going to do with the last 20 centimetres? She said, oh, it'll probably just go for classes that we do here. And I said, oh, just 20 centimetres, I mean, could I have it? And she said yes. So yeah, I was very lucky. I got 0.2 metres of that Liberty for free, and the rest of it I obviously paid for the other 2 metres, and it was reduced. It was £17.95 instead of, I think most Liberty is about 27 to 29 pounds a metre at the moment. So yeah, very chuffed with that bargain. And then my last fabric that I need to share with you is a gorgeous viscose jersey that I bought from the wonderful Becs and Adele, and they have got a brilliant new fabric shop called the Fabric Obsession, and as soon as I saw this fabric I had to buy it. They've got some beautiful fabrics. Please do go and check them out, and they're doing a wonderful job of sharing them all on Instagram as well. But I bought this fabric, hopefully it's the right way up, and it's a gorgeous viscose jersey with these lovely greens and blues and pinks and purples and oranges. I just loved it, and I thought it was very my colours. I just love it. So yeah, I'm going to make myself a lovely, really quick and easy, and I wore one of these absolutely to death. I mean, I've had to chuck it in the bin because I wore it so much. It's the Closet Core ebony tee. You can do the dress or the tee, but I've got 1.5 meters here, so I'm going to make myself the top. I absolutely love wearing that top in the autumn and winter with a cardigan on top or without, and with jeans. Absolutely love it. So yeah, love that fabric. So after that, I'm pretty exhausted, but I've got one more very important thing to talk to you about, so let's talk about it. As you all know, it is September coming up, and I'm very excited to say that my darling friends Sam and Rachel and I are organising a brilliant challenge, which I'm hoping you have all heard a little bit about already, because we have been sharing it on Instagram, and Sam and Rachel have been sharing it on their YouTube. I've just been missing in action, so I haven't been sharing. But yeah, we are working together to organise a new sewing challenge. So this sewing challenge is called Sew Phoenix September 25. And we are asking you to delve back into your sewing past, whether that was last week or 10 years ago or 50 years ago, to go back into your sewing past and think about something you've made once before and recreate it with the knowledge and the skills that you have now. We hope that you will get involved. We've got some brilliant prizes up for grabs. We've had some very generous sponsors. We feel very, very lucky indeed. And we can't wait to see what you all get up to, and hopefully you enjoy getting involved involved in our challenge. There is lots of information on Instagram, so please do go and follow us over there on Instagram. And if you do have any questions, please do ask us, and we will try and answer them in our subsequent videos or on Instagram to help you out. But yeah, all the details are on Instagram, so do go and have a look. And on the 1st of September, yeah, we'll be bringing you more exciting news about the challenge, and yeah, we can't wait to see what you get up to. So I think after that, we all need to lie down. I'm absolutely pooped. Honestly, it's been quite the catch up. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've been up to. Please let me know what you're up to, what you've been sewing, how your summer's been, what you've been doing. Have you been away? Honestly, I feel like I've missed you all so much. So please do get in touch. Do write a comment down below. I apologise profusely if I don't reply to the comments. I do read every single one. It's just life is busy now. I don't always get to reply to them. So please do not be offended if I have not. I still love reading it, and I'm so lucky to have you here watching. Sending lots of love to you all out there. I hope you're really well, and happy sewing, and I'll be back soon. Bye.